Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, House of Adriana. I'm Adriana. I'm here to do a November budget with me. I have yet to do our October summary, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started on November's budget since we are about 5 days away. Anyways, so I have my planner with me. I've already gone through it. I have my rough draft budget with little side notes that we have. And then I'm actually gonna try a different layout this month. I don't remember if last month, you remember I had just my expenses, an actual and a difference. And I actually found this cute little notebook, and I think this is all you need. And I'm gonna go ahead and try it in this and see how it goes. I am gonna be using some stickers from Erin Condren. I got these on her warehouse sale, so I'm just trying to use them up. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Now, November is not going to be a very busy month, minus that it is Thanksgiving, but I think we're going to be okay because I actually think we're going to cut down our gas bill a little bit because the kids won't be in school as much, so that will be nice. So we'll go ahead and put that up at the top and call it November budget. I like to call these more spending plans. Now, if you remember, our family gets paid weekly, so doing a monthly budget or a spending plan just helps us kind of get an overview of the month. So it lets me know how to break down our checks as well when my husband gets paid. So put that there. Let's do income. And if you also remember, I do not share our income either. Like I said, I hope you focus on the process and not the actual numbers. So we'll do income. And I think I leave like 1, 2, 3, about 3 lines. And then I just kind of write it horizontally. And we'll do expenses. One, two, 3, 4. Now, please remember when you do your budget, you guys, you do not have to use stickers. I bought these, and I am just trying to use them up. They don't fit in my planner. And you can just use pen and paper. Like I think that's just how I am. I'm a pen to paper kind of budget girl like that. So let's get started. Like I said, I'm actually going to do a new layout. Okay, let's get started. We got expenses. So what I initially like to do, I used to do this in my old budgeting days when I had no idea what I was doing, but I used to put the bill, their due date, and make kind of like a checklist, and then put paid, and then in the notes section I would put like a confirmation. But I'm going to save that for the transaction. So I think what I want to do this time is put the due date, and then my expenses, what I'm budgeting for it, and then my actual and my difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it that way. Don't want to turn it too much where you can't see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put due date. And then I think I'm gonna have, like I said, I used to have like a little checklist. So this lets me know also when it's been paid, so I don't have to keep looking back. see what bills are coming up or anything like that. So I'm gonna have a little paid column, and I'll just, it's little check marks as you go. And then here will be like the actual expense, so the bill name, and I'm gonna put actual and the difference. So how many lines do I need? I think I need 15, 16. Okay. My lines are probably not straight because I don't want to turn it too much where it's, you can't see what's happening and it's all kind of crazy. And then over here, I'm going to do, and then in the bill column, I'm going to do the expense and what I'm budgeting for it. And then over to the right, I'm going to do the actual and difference. Now, like I said, doing the actual and the difference at the end of your month is super important. That lets you know kind of where you're going and where you've been. So, and it helps you be more practical with your budget when you're doing it next month as well. I don't think we need that much room. Hope that's enough. I think it'll be fine. Okay. And then we'll do actual and then the difference. Lets me know if I'm under or over in a category. So like I said, when I go to do my budget, if how I need to adjust a certain line item. Okay, so there is that one. So let's go ahead and do our housing. And this is, I always just budget $19.56. Our utility, this is not $3.18 this month, thank goodness. It is around $2.75. Propane, another utility that we have. This is, I'm gonna budget $45 for this one. Our subscriptions, this includes Hulu, Netflix, and Disney Plus. And that's $26 for all three. Our cell phones. $160 for two of them. Our internet is around $75. Our life insurance is $39. Our dog, her name is Sierra. So I have noticed something about her. Her little line has been going up and up and up. I think last year she was only, including a groom, was like $150 and a bag of dog food. But oddly enough, her expense line now is around $200. She's I don't know if it was the month because of October had 5 weeks or what, but she has been in the $200 range lately for herself with a groom and 2 bags of dog food. So I'm definitely going to make adjustments for that. Our gym membership. Actually, this is for my husband, not for myself. And that is $65. And in our fixed expenses, I do include our gas and groceries. If you remember our gas, I budgeted like $800 for our gas last October, which you will see in our summary. But we actually got a commuter car for my husband, and our gas bill has dropped to $500 a month. And then groceries. I'm actually going to try and cut this down by $100. So I'm going to say $1,100 for the month. We do have RV storage for our trailer, and that's $52 a month. And then we have our Christmas savings account, and this gets taken out every month on the 20th. And I'm actually going to bump that up to 65. I think it was 60 for the longest time. Oh, I'm going to do 65. And then I have another savings account, which is our CARS account, and this covers our car registration, insurance, and stuff like that. So for the month, I'm going to try and contribute $264. This Christmas account is $65 for the month. So, okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and add a total line, because what I do is I break up our paychecks. So I will add up all of these, and then I will break it up. I will divide the total by the number of paychecks that we're getting for the month. That way, when the paycheck comes, I automatically send this a certain amount to the account. That way our bills are always covered. And what I'm kind of hoping to do is kind of build like a cushion in that account, so it can cover more or less if bills are up or down that month. So we'll go ahead and just do a line right there. Don't know why I didn't use my ruler, but. And then another thing that's going to be different about this month is I'm going to go ahead and try some sinking funds. So like I said, we're going to be doing some sinking funds this month. I'm just going to have one main account for that, and then I'm just going to keep track of the sinking funds right here in my transactions, like transaction tracker. But I have these little account balancers, I guess, balances where I can do plus or minus. So I always can have like a running balance of what is in those sinking funds. So I think that's going to be really good for those. So I'm going to go ahead and start our sinking funds. I might do, let's add a title. Let's do sinking funds. That way it kind of covers up those two lines. I'll fix that, but for now we'll just put it there. Okay, so in our sinking funds, I have our kids, and this line will cover anything from school supplies, fundraisers and stuff like that. If we have to order books for a fundraiser at school or something like that, you know, so that gets $60 a month. I'm going to try a new line, and it's going to be clothing, and this is going to be for the whole family. I like the idea of having a consistent clothing line. That way, if the kids or I or my husband need something, there's always money for it. I don't have to go and say, okay, well, we need XYZ of clothes. I need to, you know, get a certain amount of money for it. This way I'm going to contribute a certain amount every week, a certain amount every month, to always have that line. So if the kids need new shoes, it's there. If the kids need a jacket, a sweatshirt, or a special shirt, or I don't know, you know, there will always be money in this account. So we're going to do $120 a month for that. And this covers us as well, if we so choose to need something. And then I'm also going to do an anniversary line. Seeing as how much we spent last month on our anniversary, I think it's a good idea to start saving now. So I'm going to do $24 a month in that one. Birthdays, we have a lot of them. We're a family of 6, so I always think it's a good idea to have money in that account, just because September is a heavy birthday month for us, and so is December. So having a consistent amount of money in that account too will help us prepare for the birthdays. And I'm going to do $60 for the month in that account, or in that line. Work supplies, this is for my husband, and I've noticed that sometimes he always needs something for work, which is not a problem, but sometimes it costs more than I'd like. So I'm going to try and keep that at a consistent interval of $80 a month. And then we like to go camping. If you follow me on House of Adriana on Instagram, you know that's how I like to spend a lot of my family time, is camping as well. So I'm going to do camping / family fun. And that way there's always money in there to book a trip or go get some yogurt or something like that. So that's $80 a month. And then our last one, this is our general sinking fund, and I'm calling it this because the things that I would take out for this account, I cannot just divvy up like $3 a week. Like, it just makes no sense to me. So I'm just coming up with a general sinking funds account, and that will cover haircuts, vitamins, so health and wellness, eating out, which, like I said, we don't do a lot. So if we do need to eat out, it will come from that account. And so we're going to contribute $100 a month on that one. So like I said, I'm going to have just all this money in one main account. And then in my transaction tracker, I will have each line item's balance and if we've spent from that category. So there will always be a running balance as well. There are a couple of, I'm going to do an unbudgeted line because we did have an unbudgeted line in our October budget. As soon as I get that summary up for October, you'll see. And I'm going to do a total on this one. But I'm going to do unbudgeted, obviously, is going to be 0. But we did have our taxes done last month, which seriously almost took everything I had. So that bill is due in November, and that was $550, I think, to have them done. And then I did get a notice that a bill was not paid. And I did check my records, and it wasn't paid. It was for the cancellation of our cable bill. So we have to pay that as soon as possible. and that is going to be $4.73. So those are the things that have come up. If you're wondering about Thanksgiving, so that's where I'm hoping this general fund will come from. I'm trying to scale back my holiday spending. So for Thanksgiving, any little, I don't even know, extra food, I will just see if I need to grab it from the general fund. But I think our grocery bill will cover that just fine. And it's Thanksgiving. There's not really much. You might buy a centerpiece or something like that, but that will come from the general fund as well. So this covers haircuts, health and wellness, holidays, and stuff like that. So we'll see how this works out. Again, we'll just gonna have to do a lot of trial and error. But this is our November budget. These are actually, like I said, I like to call it more of a spending plan. That way I get more of an overview of where the paycheck needs to be broken up. And also, please follow me on Instagram at House of Adriana for all the behind the scenes and stuff like that. Anyways, thank you guys. I hope this helps you get things kind of in line for your November budget, and it helps you guys get set up. Okay, you guys, thanks so much for joining me. See you next time.